so ugly. What's going on, guys? Last time you saw this car, it was at a drift event, and my first drift event, and I almost had catastrophic failure because I lost all my steering. Something's definitely broken. It just so the reason that happened was because my steering coupler, it broke. So on E36s, they have rubber ones. If you're gonna do anything extraneous like drifting, is that a word? It's best to find an alternate route instead of just using rubber, because this can happen, and obviously it did for me. And I talked to other people with E36s that drift, and it's happened to them too. So thankfully I didn't go into a wall. Thankfully I got off the track and then it started acting up, but that could have been really bad. So I have a drift event tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Didn't plan on working on this the day before the drift event, but been working on the turbo car all week. So yeah, let me go ahead and knock this out. It shouldn't take too long. I actually had to replace this already at the track. Luckily, Alex Bugera had one at his shop, so he went and grabbed me one, and I changed it at the track. So we're just gonna change it, and yeah, let me show you what we're changing it with. So this is actually an OEM part. This is the same thing, except it's from an E34. No rubber. So it's just a solid U-joint. This won't break on you. And yeah, it's just OEM part. You can buy the OEM BMW one. I think it's like 130 bucks. Or you can get the MTC version, which is like the, I don't want to call it a replica, but off-brand, but still the same thing. This is the MTC version. Other people use this one. This was 70 bucks. I'll leave a link to where I found it. I got it in a couple days, so let's go ahead and throw that on there. And then I also have a steering wheel and hub, and we'll do that, but we got to do this first because steering wheel's gonna be all crazy after. So let's get this thing up in the air and start making this thing safe. Alright, cars in the air. Things you're going to need is a light, a small flathead, 13mm socket, a wrench, I prefer electric, another 13 wrench, you can also use a socket, and a hammer. So let's go under the car and show you what we got to do. Alright, so let me show you what we're getting into. So this is the thing replacing right here. You see how I replace it again with the rubber OEM one? Just enough, so I can keep driving and go home. But yes, it's going to we're going to replace it by, first off, we're going to take these. There's a 13 and a 13 on both sides. That's why you need two sockets or a socket and a wrench. And the same thing at the top. There's a 13 and a 13 on the other side. Now you can twist it, cars in the air. So if you need to, you can, rotate it with the, just, pulling a steering wheel or something. That's why you put both in the air and do what you got to do. So after we get those loose, then we're going to need that flathead, and we're going to take a flathead and we're going to kind of pinch it in there, and then take the hammer, kind of hammer it, and that will kind of spread it a little bit, and then we can slide it up and then do the same thing on the other side and then slide it down. So once this thing is out of the way, then these will, they'll go separate ways, and that way you can basically, you slide one all the way down and then move it and then slide it out. So, and then to put it on there, where'd you guys go? I moved the camera, my bad. And to put it on there, we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna put it all the way down there, and then, whatever, I got it. Alright, I just put you guys in a GoPro mode. Hopefully you guys can see everything. I tried to use the other camera with the mini tripod, but you guys were elbow length in my way and stuff, so I couldn't really do anything. But anyways, got the two nuts and bolts off. It's like I said, just a nut and bolt, that's it. And a little tricky, you don't have a lot of room, so I don't know, wrench, socket, do whatever you prefer. I switch back and forth. I got 6 tools over here now, so don't really have a best thing. Anyway, so now that we got this little slit right here, so this is where we're gonna take our thin little flathead. I just swallowed dirt. Damn it. Dirty ass car. Take a flathead, and we're gonna hammer it in there, and that's gonna spread it a little bit, and then we can actually move it. We probably can't slide it like that. We probably got to take a socket or something and hammer it up there, but I think it actually is going upward. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but as I'm hammering it, it actually is sliding up. So if I keep doing that, it might take a little while, but it should come off the bottom one. So I'm gonna just keep going. Boom. Gotcha, bitch. Alright, I'm gonna try to hammer it from the top. I got it spread. Let's grab some sockets. Extension, 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 extension. I need a reducer. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, reducer. And just throw a socket on there too. See if this is long enough. About the size of the car. All right, see the steering shaft down there? Maybe you don't, maybe you do. I don't know where you guys are, honestly. Oh, I got way too many extensions. I'm on there. I like how it hammers up, but it won't hammer down. Let me try dead blow hammer. Dead blow is the way. Dead blow hammer is the way. Get this trash out of here. And there you go. Gotcha, bitch. Where's the new one? So it's the same thing, same exact length. Literally an OEM fitment. Actually, this is a little bit shorter, so it actually might be easier to put it in there. This is a little bit shorter. Just a hair. But I mean, once it's like in between the two and tightened, it won't move. As you saw, even without the bolts, it hardly moves. So it is best to put a little bit of grease in there so you actually, you know, kind of slide it on the ridges, because if it's dry, it's really gonna be very hard to put up and down. So I'm not gonna get grease. I got enough fluid and oil under the car, so I'm just gonna use that. So as far as what side is what, I really don't know. I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna, this side seems shorter, so I'm gonna go down this way and have the shorter one up top. All right, guys, so my GoPro froze. I have no idea what was filmed, what wasn't filmed. Look, I just got a whole clip of that. Like, you hear me talking and everything, but but yeah, I don't know what's filmed, so this is gonna be an overview video. So let me show you again what we just did. Alright guys, so here is the new one. Same process as taking it out, just reverse. So it's recommended to use a lot of grease. I used a little bit of grease and it made it really hard to move up and down. So use a lot of grease, because once it's in place, it'll be in place. Like, it's not going anywhere, and the bolts aren't even in yet. So what you do is you take this thing and you put it on this one first, and you slam it all the way down. You have to, I hammered and hammered and hammered. Like, I took my flathead and I angled it. Damn it. So I angled this, so I put my flathead here and just smacked and smacked and smacked and smacked with the hammer, and eventually it got all the way down to the bottom. Once that got all the way down to the bottom, I lined the splines up at the top, because this part moves when it's not connected, and then I hammer it back up. So just kind of center it between the two. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going anywhere. I see right here, like, I got a little bit of ridge of this one coming through and a little bit of the ridge of this one coming through. So I just kind of put it in the middle, and now I'm gonna put the bolts on, and we're done with this job. Not as easy as it looks, but took me a little while. It's a lot of hammering, but it's possible, guys. And now I should never have that rubber problem again. So this will never break, and it's supposed to make your steering tighter too. So it's good in all sorts of ways. So I'm gonna definitely drive around the block because I got to put my steering wheel on still, and we'll see if it actually does feel different. Steering should feel more precise since there's no rubber and no give. So let's put these bolts back in. All right, guys, we are finally on there, and yeah, all the bolts are tight. So now we're gonna drop this thing down and take it for a quick drive, get my steering wheel straight, and then put the hub and the wheel on. But look at that U-joint, that thing blinging, bling blow. Woo! I need an angle kit. Not today, but Sunday. All right, back in the car now. Had to bring my own light because this car has no interior lights. They don't work. There's definitely, you can definitely see my steering wheels all over the place now because I did disconnect it and connect it. So I'm gonna have to straighten it, and that's why I waited to put the wheel in last. But with the metal grommet, there's definitely more steering. Like that's I don't know if you guys can feel what I'm feeling, but it kind of yokes you a little bit. So it's definitely an upgrade. So I'm looking forward to that. That will come in handy tomorrow, and yeah, be more precise, and maybe it'll make me better. So I'm gonna drive this thing. When I get back to the neighborhood, I'll just make sure the wheel is straight as I can and just put all this back together. All right, I'm just driving straight. Let the wheel kind of guide straight the best way it can. I think it is pulling a little bit to the right, so it's kind of messing me up, but I think I'm just gonna get it as straight as I can, whatever I think is straight, and just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right there, and I think my wheel is gonna be as straight as it's gonna be. So let's get this wheel out of here. Let's turn this off. All right, hopefully you guys can see with this light over here, but my steering wheel is obviously, it's not straight here, but I drove straight, I stopped straight, so this is gonna be straight from now on. Normally remove a factory one, you got a airbag, and it disconnects in the back with two, I think they're Phillips, I think, and you just disconnect those. This was never connected, so it just kind of fell out one day. So so anyways, and then unplug some stuff, and I don't know, but I don't have to do that, so I'm lucky. So this is gonna be easy for me. This is a 16. You're gonna need an impact. It's very important to use an impact. If you try to wrench it, it's just going to turn the wheel. So use an impact. I got the big boy, the half. There you go. That was loud. Jesus. And there you go. This is a little 16. And then I'm going to pull this thing off. Steering wheel is off. Now, this is going to be straight. Now, I have a E36 Nrg Hub. Shout out to LS Saul. He hit me up on Instagram and said, I guess he had this laying around, asked if I wanted it. I said, sure. Like, I did plan on getting a steering wheel for this car eventually. I didn't plan on getting one this soon, but since he sent me that, I went ahead and ordered the steering wheel. And so, yeah, I appreciate that. It has a white dot. That's going to be the top and the center. So I want that centered. So I'm going to center this as best as I can. And that looks like it's center. So that should be it. And then you just take your 16, twist that bad boy in there, and again, impact. I mean, it's already on the splines now, but impact is always the move. There you go. Perfect. And now, time for the steering wheel. Now the steering wheel, brand new, has the nuts. I don't know how these work actually. Wait a minute, I might have fucked up. I think, yeah, I might have fucked up. How the fuck? Okay, I gotta figure it out now. Kind of threw me off because I had nuts on the back. It's usually just, just Allens. and you twist the Allens into there, which you do, but I'm not really sure what the nuts are for, so I'll just take the nut off and that just twists in there. It does have yeah, that would just twist in there, and then you use your Allen. I don't know what size it is. It's small. Everybody has a bunch of Allens, right? And you just twist that on there and it holds the wheel in place. So it has a horn. I'm not using it. I never really use a horn, and honestly I'm not even really sure. I think you take something off your old steering wheel and use something, but I don't know. I'm not using that shit. So I don't need the center button. I just want the steering wheel. So give me the steering wheel and give me, yeah, I'm just gonna put the steering wheel on. All right, just tightening the last one. Just kind of do it in a star pattern, kind of like you would do a wheel. And almost. I hate Allens. I've dropped this thing like 19 times. Not even kidding. And we are tight. And there you go. I got a new steering wheel. Ooh, this thing feels good. It's suede. I'm probably gonna need some gloves now. I'm gonna mess these up. And it's gonna burn my hand. I'm gonna have to buy some gloves. Damn. That feels good. That's dope. And it comes out a little bit too, so it's a little bit closer to me. A little bit closer to me. Suede. Got a little bit of grip. Got some thickness to it. Hell yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow. So I think it's gonna do it for this episode. I will see you guys tomorrow at the next drift event. And it's centered. Perfect. Deuces.